Welcome everyone to our class here on HerbRally, all about making bone broth. So my name's Jade Alicandro Mace. I'm an herbalist based in Western Massachusetts. My business is Milk and Honey Herbs, and I am super inspired by food as medicine. So what we're going to be talking about today is the process of making bone broth, how to do it on the cheap, and recipe ideas and all of that. So let's just jump in. And just to give you a little bit of flow of how it's going to go, we're going to start off by talking about the process itself. I have everything here that we need, got the pot going, and so I'm going to kind of talk you through it all. Then I'm going to talk about the benefits, and then I'm going to talk about some recipe ideas, and then I'm going to talk about adding some herbs to your bone broth as well if you want to make it into an herbal bone broth. So I'm going to just jump right in. So just to show you, what I did was I got the water going first, and this is the stock pot that I make my broth in. So it's not gigantic, but I do have a family of 4, so I do tend to make pretty big batches. And so you don't need anything bigger, but you definitely could do something smaller as well. This could even be done in a crock pot, or if it was large enough, or folks do this in Instapots. So those are all options. I like to do it on the stovetop personally. And so how I usually do it is I throw my bones in and a few other things that I'm going to share, and then I cover it with water and go. And that is the simplest way in terms of a quick description of how to do bone broth. Of course, we're going to get more into it. What I did today, for the purposes of kind of it being kind of a cooking show, I got the water going already so that we could just kind of get the process going. And so here we have the ingredients that we're going to be working with. So we've got a chicken carcass from a cooked chicken, and I saved everything. So I've got bones, tendons, skin, the whole thing. And at its simplest, your bone broth could literally be just that plus some vinegar. And that's what this is here. This is apple cider vinegar that I infused with nettles. So it's a nettles infused vinegar. Now you could also use just straight up apple cider vinegar, but it could be any vinegar, anything acidic. So it could be white vinegar, red wine vinegar, balsamic. You know, balsamic has a stronger flavor, of course, but the truth is you don't taste any of the vinegar in the broth. It really, the sour pungency of the vinegar cooks off. And the reason that you want that as your baseline of, the vinegar and the bones and skin and cartilage and all of that is because that helps, the acidity helps to pull out the minerals from the bones. So you'll still get a good broth, but it really does help. You could even use lemons. So just something acidic. However, what I like to do is add a few other elements, even if I'm doing just straight bone broth, as in not an herbal bone broth. So I'm going to add this in, and then I'm going to show you the other things that I like to add. And as much as possible, I'm going to try to do this suavely. So here is the chicken, and I just want to emphasize it's not just the bones. You definitely want the skin. You definitely want, if there's like meat left on the chicken, this has a bunch of gelatin that went to the bottom. See, it's jiggling. Hopefully you can see that. You definitely want to put that in. That, of course, is what makes a thick bone broth. And so I'm just putting it all in. And in terms of water to bone and everything ratios, what I like to do, and this is the reason why usually I'm adding the bones and all of that first, is I just like to just cover it with an inch or 2 of water. And I'm usually doing cold water. That's what I'm generally doing. This is just, like I said, the reason I'm adding it right now to hot water is just so you can just see the process. And you might be able to even see at some point at the end of our presentation, there might be, you might be able to see some too.
Hey everyone, this is Mason with HerbRally. Thanks so much for watching today's video. What you just saw there was lesson 1 in Jade Alicandro Mace's bone broth module from our course called The Art of Frugal Nutrition. So to get the full course, you could go to herbrally.com/frugal nutrition. It's a sliding scale course and actually slides all the way down to free. So if you could actually register for the course for free. It's also a community and a fundraiser. So yeah, if you want to learn more about how to make bone broth, the benefits, etc., just go to herbrally.com/frugal nutrition. You'll get that module along with a host of other modules, and you'll be able to learn how to save money and eat healthy at the same time. So hope you join, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.